Hey everybody, welcome to another Learn Music Minute. I'm Brandon. Last week Adam talked to you guys about how the major scale is built. We use the key of C major because it is the simplest in that it doesn't have any sharps or flats, which are what we call accidentals. So we're going to be continuing with the key of C major. Quick disclaimer, this is part 2 of our music theory lesson. It won't make a whole lot of sense until we get to part 3, but it's a really important part. So the thing we're getting at here with this is not just how to harmonize the major scale, but how to harmonize the major scale to make chords, and how chords work together in a family. In this sense, it would be in the key of C major. We're going to eventually figure out what all the chords are in the key of C major. And this will help you write songs. It will help you learn songs. It'll kind of give you a box to work in so that you're not guessing where you're going when you're learning a song. It'll help you predict what will work, or it'll help you write a song in a key. So that being said, a quick recap of what we did. We talked about how the major scale, this would be any major scale, not just the key of C, is built like this: whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. All right? So what we're going to be doing here is, just for starters, let's give all of these letters numbers, and all we're doing is we're creating different we're creating different degrees of the major scale. So this would be your first degree, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. And we're not going to talk about this one because that's the same as the beginning, all right? That's our octave, but since it's the same, we're just going to talk about these 7 here, okay? So the first thing we have to do to harmonize the major scale is we talk about what thirds are, all right? There's 2 kinds of thirds. We have major thirds and minor thirds, all right? A major third is the distance of 2 whole steps. So I'll write that there. And then a minor third is going to be a little bit smaller, and that's going to be a step and a half. All right, I'm running out of room here. So if we start at C, we're going to figure out what all these are later. But let's just build in thirds starting from C. So if we look here, we go 1, 2, 3. All right. So a third above C would be E. Okay. A third above D would be F. A third above E would be G. 1, 2, 3. See how we're doing this? You can kind of probably predict it as we're going, how this is going to look. All right. A third above F would be A. A third above G would be B. All right. A third above A would be C. And a third above B is D. All right. So now it's important to notice if the distances between these notes are major thirds or minor thirds, right? So using the knowledge that we gained last week about how whole steps and half steps work, let's kind of label below these. Again, this will help us know where we're going when we start talking about chords, or aka triads, right? So the distance from C to E, let's talk about this. The distance from C to D is a whole step, and then from D to E is another whole step. That's going to make this a major third. And let's write that right here. All right, from C to E is a major third. Let's look at our next one. From D to E is a whole step, and from E to F is a half step. That's going to make this one a minor third. All right? We're calling these intervals, by the way. A third is one type of interval out of a bunch of different types of intervals. All right? This is the important one to start with. All right? From E to F is a half step, and from F to G is a whole step. That makes this a minor third. All right, looking at our next one, from F to A that's going to be a major third because it's 2 whole steps. Same thing here, G to A to B, both whole steps. That's going to make this a major third. All right. A to C is a minor third, and from B to D is also a minor third. All right. So we've got 3 major thirds. Hopefully you can tell the difference here between the capital M's and lowercase m's. We've got 3 majors and 3 minors. All right. So this is what your C major scale would sound like if you were, just playing the single notes, the written in green. Let's start over. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we'll take those same notes and we'll play the thirds harmonized on top of them. I'm just going to do it on the next string. Back to C. Okay? So what we're going to learn how to do is hear what major and minor thirds sound like, and we're going to fit those in. They are going to be the middle part of these triads, which will be what we talk about next week in part 3 of our theory lesson. So tune in next time for your next Learn Music Minute.